Hello everybody. Today I'm going to be doing my next part of my video series on Breath of the Wild. Last time we were playing the game we got the Revali's Gale ability. I think I started the video, I finished the video over there in Rito Village. But right now I was doing my thumbnail, so yeah. Basically, first we're going to be teleporting to a specific location, which is the Riverside Stable. So I'm just going to be teleporting there really quickly. Okay, I'm here, and it's raining, so I gotta be careful. I could upgrade my inventory. We found Hestu over there, that giant quirk. Let's see here. And go get my horse, which is also named Horse. Alrighty, I have my horse, which is also named Horse, like I mentioned that a few seconds ago. But we're basically gonna be heading to the volcano in this episode. Let me just check my map. Yeah, I'm going the right way. I've mainly been doing a lot of stuff in real life, but yeah. I was starting to film those Minecraft Dungeons tower series where I beat that tower. That's mainly what I've been doing. I have a swarm of geese, which are those bats, following me. Let's shut off the bokoblin. And this person will give me a reward. Yay. Okay, here we go. I want my free Bako horn. Here we go. More of those keys. Here you can just take a little shortcut and go through the grassy fields, as it doesn't really matter. You're going to want a bit of money when you go to Death Mountain, just so you can kind of do everything in one run. This is mainly where, this is like probably one of the main videos that my entire grade series like mainly be important with. Here's the Lanayru area where the Zora's domain is, so you're going to find those electric keys, which are very annoying and hard to deal with. And if you never upgraded your hearts and stuff, like if you just have like 3 hearts, it'll be able to one-shot kill the player. So if y'all remember, like when we did the Zora's Domain episode, the shrine we got before meeting Sidon, if you teleport to that one, there's like a little hill with a road next to it. When you go up that road, it leads you to the stable, which I'll be able to show you all that when I get there. Now there's a specific route. We could just go straight forward, but there are more enemies. So if we go around this way, we'll have some more stuff to unlock. There's actually a special stable we can unlock here. Probably gonna wait for all my horses' spurs to load. Like there are a few stables and stuff on the way, which one of them is actually really helpful to get the Master Sword. Which in regular Breath of the Wild, it's actually optional. A lot of people were surprised about that. Okay, here's another stable. This is one out of, I think, a few stables that we can get on this journey and on this episode. So we're at the Wetland stable. Now we gotta go activate the shrine. So I'm just gonna do that really quick. Okay, it's been activated. Now I gotta go get my horse before she runs over here. There we go. Basically, we're gonna be running out. We're gonna be running out this way, just like this. There's actually a bokoblin around here that'll drop a few arrows. It's the one right there that's having the question marks. So, normally enemies don't drop arrows, they have swords anyways. But this one counts as a watchtower bokoblin, the ones that you'd find on those watchtowers. And those ones tend to drop arrows. Pretty sure it also has the damage multiplier that the Archer Tower Bakos have. But yeah. You also, if you were to look at that bokoblin that dropped the arrows, I believe he has a horn, like on a little belt or something. The ones that he uses to call the others, except they can't blow their horn whenever they're on horseback. But it's still a pretty cool thing to see. Back there, there's like this little area, like in between the little caves over there. There's actually a few bears. Okay, I see a shrine and the tower. That little shrine over there, basically where we're going to be heading next, as there's a stable next to it. And the stable's actually close to the area where you'll find the Master Sword. So we're just going to kind of be heading over there. Let's see here. Now, over that way is the area where we need to be going, but I want to get the stable really quickly, just cause. Here we go. The tower over there, you could probably see it from here, but it has a giant skull on it. It's one of those enemy camps that for some reason was under the tower. Well, actually above the tower, but still. There's where we need to be heading, to that one shrine. Okay, if y'all remember that giant cork named Hestu, the one where he got his maracas back a few episodes ago and stuff like that, basically, if you see him at the stable, which in this case we have, he's gonna head to his home, which is where the Master Sword is. So I'm gonna have to cover that in like a future video. Probably after this one, I'll do a video on getting like powerful gear. The sequel is coming out soon, so I've been wanting to get these videos done for a while. Okay, well, as long as you activate the shrine, that's mainly just what you need. Now, back to our quest. It's just that we want to unlock this, because this is actually a pretty good stable, as it's close to the Quirk Forest, and, you know, just a lot of good stuff in general. It's kind of basically where the, where you start the Zora's Domain quest. It's basically going to be around that bridge that we're heading. You could, there are two options. You could, one, do what I'm doing and take your horse over there, and have your horse as like a fast option over there, or you could just teleport that shrine and get there on foot. But you're missing a lot if you skip to over there, so it's better to just take your horse. That giant tree over there, that's one of the only places you can buy shields, and they're only temporary, meaning once you buy those shields you won't be able to get them back, and you can't sell them shields either. I'm hoping in the sequel of the game that they'll have like more stores that'll sell you stuff, maybe even a blacksmith. Let's see here. If you want to, you could go get that shrine, but I'm just not, because I need fire arrows, and I'm pretty sure I have bomb arrows, but no fire arrows. So here we go. Just gotta keep running. There's actually a Yiga merchant, which Yigas are those enemies, which I just talked to him. I could actually show you all what they look like. But I'm not fighting him. Well, I could technically defeat him. No, I'll just do it. The reason I was debating right now is just because I find him on my main account all the time. After you defeat their boss, which will be in a future episode, they just start hunting you down. Like, you'll just be occasionally walking around and you'll see one of them. Oh, that's also another Yiga. If you see their name tag, like if you see their name, they'll say Traveler. That'll mean they're a Yiga. The other ones happen to pretend to be scared of them really well, actually. Like if you see them right here, they'll say "Help me," and basically they wear these masks, which is if y'all remember Kakariko Village, it has that symbol, the eye. Basically, theirs is literally just a reverted version of the Sheikah symbol. They're also ninjas. They'll drop mighty bananas all the time, and you'll also get money. Now they'll say it'll do a first time animation for all the main rupees and stuff like that. Not that sure what's going on with that, but yeah, kind of a bit of a strange thing. They will say like pretend to be thankful and like they're gonna give you a reward, but they won't. They won't give you anything if you save them. As you can see, it's another Yiga, which is this one you can actually buy from actually, so it's actually pretty helpful. Well, not really, because they're overpriced. It's 99 rupees, and he has 99 bananas in stock. First I'm getting a 5 rupee, even though I already have more. We have one of their Yiga sickles now, so I think it does like 16 damage, so it'd actually be better than the soldier's broadsword. Okay, basically a few episodes ago, that was that Lizalfos camp that we went to. So I'm going to be heading out to over here. Let's see here. Just going to keep heading on over. So if y'all remember, he's telling y'all earlier, down that way is the way they wanted you to go. But I went up this way, and originally it was raining around here, but since we defeated the dungeon and stuff like that, it'll no longer rain here. Well, probably there's a chance that it will, but it won't, mainly. Over that hill is where the shrine was. Basically, you'd be walking here. If you'll remember the shrine over there, you just gotta climb up that and follow this road. But there are a lot of enemies in the way, so you gotta be careful. So now I'm just gonna be riding my horse on over. Upcoming will be like the main part that you're gonna have to be careful for. There's also a bit of a stealthy thing that you have to do. It's not that hard, but it kind of is, so I'll show y'all what to do in a minute. There are also those Ice Wizard robes, which one of them just noticed me, but they can't catch up to the player since they move kind of slow. The enemy that did see us, he probably would have froze y'all if you had walked on the road, but assuming y'all went on the horse, he is pretty much just skippable. Now you're going to want to go straight that way, because up that way leads to a newer area, the area where you can build your own village. That's another Yiga, by the way, just so y'all know. And that shrine right there is where we're going to be heading. There's a Goron right there. He's in a part of the main story, but still. And we unlock the black colored bokoblins. Ooh. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go right for that wizard rope. This is probably one of the closest enemies, like harder enemies that you'll find next to a stable. As pretty much it's just this little mountain blocking it. Right here, you're just gonna want to leave your horse right here, and we're gonna be climbing up to get the shrine. You always gotta make sure you get that shrine so you can come back to the stables or villages. Let's see here. Now we're just climbing up. Here we go. Now I'm gonna activate this. Okay, now that that's activated, now here's where you're gonna want to be careful and like mainly listen to the guide really well. First off, in the volcano you can't have anything made out of wood, so the shield and the sword. The guardian swords, they're not made out of metal, and they're also not made out of wood. They are basically just made out of technology, so guardian weapons are probably some of the best ones that you can find. Which we already have our horse here. Basically you're going to be talking to this person by the campfire. So I'm just going to kind of skip through this and buy 2 fire resistance potions. Now you're going to have to be careful though, and just kind of do this really quickly. I can usually get around just by using one, but I always like to be careful and just get a second one. Basically, normally they'd want you to go down that way to the hot springs and through all the crazy guardians, but I've already made an easy guide on this on how to get past it. Well, this is that guide video, but still. So basically, first you're just going to want to head up this cliffs over here. Now you don't need to drink your fireproof potions yet. There's a little tip I want to show you all about that. Let's see, since I'm here, I could actually equip better armor. There we go. Just so that way I have more defense. Here's some ostriches. And they're running off like crazy. They will attack you sometimes if you get close to them, so just be careful. Basically, you want to continue to go up here. Now, normally, if you were to go around the main way, there are a bunch of guardians, Lizalfos, and a stone talus. There's just like so much in the main road. That's why I made this path that be really easy. So basically, over here, you're going to see this little hot spring, and you're just going to be gliding on that way. I remember doing this one a while back when me and my dad were doing our first playthrough, and it was kind of hard on the main road, so that's why I kind of figured out and discovered this easy path around all of it. And this is probably one of the main reasons that I only use one potion, just because the normal path takes longer. If you were to go in the hot springs, like if you take damage and go into them, your health will be restored, so it's actually a good way of getting health back without food. But the hot springs are very limited in where you can find them. Now we're going to be climbing all the way up there. Now it may seem like impossible or crazy, but it's not. Normally around, well, not at this part, but like at other cliffs, you'll find boulders falling down, but here you don't find any. When you're climbing up, you can just tap B to kind of walk up, basically. So you can just kind of walk up this normally. So we're just going to start walking up. If Link gets on like a cliff, you can just tap B. But at this part up ahead, we will need to grab on a little bit. And you can just kind of walk up here regularly. When you're about to like right there, you're gonna want to jump. Now, of course, there's no specific spot, but you can just jump up to get better height, and you won't use as much stamina. Here we go. Alrighty, we made it up here. As you can see, we've gotten quite high up. Now, at least there are no boulders here, or else, you know, this route would probably be a lot harder, but it's not. So we just gotta climb up this way. Going up around here. This rock, you can just kind of use it as a spot to rest really quickly. Then you can keep climbing up. Okay, here we go. We are almost at the top, which I'm about to tell you all that tip about the fireproof potions. At this point, you can just pretty much run up. This part right here is a little bit tricky to clear these, but it shouldn't be that hard. You just kind of jump up like this. Basically, here, once you go on beyond this point, you'll need to drink one of your fireproof potions, but don't just drink it instantly, as I'll show you a little tip. Basically, if y'all are looking at my mini-map, you'll see the little weather thing, well, the temperature thing. Let it catch fire for like a few seconds, and then you can drink your fireproof potion. As when you start starting to see smoke coming out of Link due to being on fire, it'll take a few seconds before Link just starts igniting. These guys, you can just walk around them and skip them. These are the Fire Lizalfos, which can breathe fire on you, so they're very hard to deal with. Just gotta keep running. Basically, around here there's actually that shrine, so we just kind of came up from those two cliffs, and now we're gonna be walking out this way. Basically, we're just going to cross these rocks, which we only have a few Fire Lizalfos, which are pretty easy to just run by. If you want money for like later on in the game, you could just smash all these ores with your sledgehammer, assuming you only got one. If not, there's actually two of them at Hateno Village, near the player's future house. One thing I kind of wish the player had in Breath of the Wild was the option to like have different furniture layouts and get different furniture. As if the player like finishes out their house, it all like every type of player, their house will just look the same exactly. But yeah, right here, if you push this boulder down, it's gonna go into that lava, which gives you one of those quirk seeds. Which the game just stopped me to give me this. We are almost there, which I'm going to equip my better sword really quickly. Wood gear will not really work that well here because it'll just start burning really fast, so just be careful of that. Oh no. Wood gear is actually a little bit fine for a few seconds, just gotta put it away quickly. Okay, here, down there, off that cliff right there, would be where the Igneo Talus, which they're like a stone talus variant, but they're made out of magma. Basically, now we're in the Goron Mines, which is something important we want to do here. See, you gotta click your circle pad button down to crouch, and basically go be coming this way. But we're gonna want to be crouching because there's something we want to grab here. Under pretty much all the rocks here are gonna have a fireproof lizard under it, but there are 3 of them right there, as you all can see. So we just want to grab those really quickly. Y'all can hear me just spamming my buttons. They don't really run away at first sight of the player, so you get like a few seconds, but don't just come like charging at them, because then they'll for sure run away. Pretty much under all the rocks, you'll find a lizard. Here we go. There's another iron sledgehammer if y'all need it. Did I already check this one? No, I did not. like I say, there's a side quest that you can do here, which will get you what you need, which is a fireproof lizard. Here we go. You can see another one right there, just up in the light. Once you grab him, you need 10 of them for this side quest, which, the guy right there looking for them, you're going to basically be talking to him. Which he's going to give you the side quest to catch him 10 fireproof lizards. Since we have them in advance, we can just give them to him, and he's going to give us Flamebreaker armor, which we don't have to spend like 600 rupees for it at the store. So it's very much worth it to do this quest. But we're, in order to beat the main dungeon, you're going to need 2 pieces of the set, but this one can pretty much be gotten for free with that quest. Basically, now that we've done that, this is one of the main things. You also want to get the shrine at Goron City, which will be really easy. So now we're just going to kind of cross this road. Right there you can use the updraft to fly up a bit if you want to, but there are a few enemies. But otherwise you can just keep walking, which I will be taking the updraft, just to make the video go by faster. Here we go. Basically going to be heading over there. Which that giant bridge right up there, below that bridge is where Goron City is, so we're almost there. Okay, right here, you're going to want to start running into that little cave spot right there. Which, as you can see the screen rumbling, which I'm accidentally clicking my other buttons, trying to do the whistle run. If you want to, you could take a picture of this, but I already have plenty of pictures of this occurrence. Where this will be like 1 out of like 2 times where you'll see like magma fall from the sky. But now we're almost there at Goron City. They do a lot of damage, so you have to be careful of those. I think there's going to be an animation coming up of, like last time at Rito Village. Here it is. I'm just going to skip through it. Okay, now that I've done that, we're at Goron City. So I can just kind of start running over here. The Flame Guard, if you want to, you could buy more fireproof potions to help yourself up with a bit in the future, but yeah. This Goron right here, if you talk to him, he's going to take you to the armor shop. There was this one funny occurrence that happened on one of my files in the past, where he was just kind of like walking there really, really slowly. But when you talk to him, he'll say that this is the armor shop. Like I said, you would have had to pay 600 rupees for this. The pants are 700, which I don't even know if I have enough money for it. You can sell some stuff. The helmet's like 2,000, so not in the budget. Let's sell some stuff. There we go, that should pretty much be all the money that I need for the pants. It is important to get these. One, just so you have them, as you only need 2 pieces of Flame Guard to go anywhere you want in Death Mountain, but also just cause. If you don't have enough money and don't have anything to sell, the pots here have the highest chance of dropping rupees, except I haven't gotten any. But basically they do have the highest chance of getting money. Okay, next we're going to be heading up there. That's the boss. We can just talk to him really quickly. He's gonna give us the quest to start the Rudania quest, which is for getting Daruk's protection and beating the game. Let's see here. Here we go. You can just climb up these rocks, except there's a little road right there. But I'm just trying to make the video go by quicker, so just climbing up there. There's the Shrine for Goron City, which actually has some pretty fun stuff inside of it. But I'm not going to be doing the shrines on camera, just because I want to make the videos go by quicker. Here's one of my examples of those Octoroks. I don't know if I mentioned it in other videos. I think I have. But those Octoroks can go pretty much anywhere, including the volcano. Now, in this area it would have gotten extra hot that you wouldn't be able to use your, only your flame chest plate. Like, you'd have to use the pants or the helmet, depending on what you bought. Here, you don't have to talk to that Goron right there, but if you go to the cannon, um, he'll just tell you to not use it. Okay, basically we gotta fly around here. You can just kind of glide over everything, but the enemies are a bit harder. I think it's raining outside, actually, in real life. Oh, that enemy almost shot me. You have to be careful of that. Let's see here. There's so many stuff, like there's so many arrows and stuff like that from the enemies. Here's something fun that you'll only get to do once. Well, not only one time, but still just a rare occurrence. If you place down a circular bomb in here and pull the lever, you can destroy that camp, which is one of the most fun things to do in the game. Just blowing up one of those enemy camps, which is actually a chest inside of it. Huh, yeah. It's for sure raining in real life. I also hear those fire arrows, which I see them targeting me now. That does 25 damage. Oh no. Oh no! That did not go well. Good thing I made all this food. Well, I have a bow that does 25 damage, and I realize it's my only metal bow. That'll not be fun for the boss fight. I can still hear that rain outside. Hasn't rained in a while, actually. Here, this is where that Revali scale is going to come in handy. So you're just going to use it to come up. Now, there's a person trapped inside of those rocks right there, which you will just do a little cutscene of it. But basically you're going to want to go to this cannon. Now, unlike the other ones, it won't angle when you hit it once. It'll be like a timing thing. So you're going to want to place your bomb in there first. So you just got to hit this. And when it angles up with the red rocks in the middle, you hit it. Alright, I did it. And save the person inside. Which once I get over there, I'll be skipping the cutscene for it. Which has Daruk's Protection ability, which is the ability the player is going to be unlocking after this. I'm sure most people already know of it, but still. Alrighty. Once again, I'll be skipping this cutscene just cause. Basically, once the cutscene finishes, you can break down all the pots and stuff like that. Well, I got a red rupee, but to be honest, I haven't got a lot of money from these pots. Ooh, there we go, 50 rupees. That one, you can actually replace your sledgehammer with the cobble crushers. It has the same thing, but does more damage. There's a bit of free loot inside of here, which you can just grab these really quickly. Once you talk to him, he'll kind of start up the second part of this, so I'm just going to skip this. Okay. Well, next we're going to be teleporting to the shrine over there to avoid those, boulders and magma falling from the sky. Well, the next eruption, so you can just teleport to that shrine. Alrighty, now we're here back at Goron City. The second eruption happens right there and it stops when you get to the shrine, so that's why it's better to just teleport to it. Now you're going to talk to their boss, which I think you'll unlock a few things and stuff like that. So once again, I'm doing a lot of skipping on this episode, skipping through a lot of stuff. Which actually gives us these fireproof elixirs, which come in handy. Okay. Well, I finished talking to the boss. Now, we need to do the next part of this, which we're basically going to be heading back up to the shrine. He also gave us those, 3 fireproof potions. He's just doing that just in case, you didn't buy the pants or anything like that, or if just the player needs it. But, anyways, up here, that's where we're going to be heading up there really quickly. You're going to want to get your magnesis out. And right by the shrine, we're going to climb up this wall. Man, I can hear the rain outside. I think it's going into the video as well, in the sound. That's fine. Let's see here. You're gonna wanna put this minecart on here. Make sure this big cage-like thing on the back is there, and the lantern's in the front. Basically, you're gonna put the bomb inside of there, and then blow it up. which then it's gonna send the minecart on the rails. Okay, here you're gonna wanna jump off, but you will kind of go a little bit this way, so if you like jump off right there, you'll probably end up falling down there. Or you could just go to right there, then come off and come onto here. But anyways, we're going to be crossing this bridge, which, this is that bridge I was telling you all about, that's above Goron City. And a few things, we're basically just going to be heading on over to defeat the dungeon and stuff like that. Oh yeah, I forgot. I see my arrow on fire in the game, and I was like, what's going on? But I forgot. Since this area is hot, all the players' arrows will just catch on fire. Basically, you'll have infinite fire. Well, not infinite, but fire arrows on Death Mountain with your regular arrows. It also means they do more damage, so if an enemy tries to shoot you with a regular arrow, it'll be on fire and do more damage. I just gotta go right here. There's gonna be another eruption, which I can already hear it. Which I'm just gonna come off right here. A little tip is to kind of put the minecart over the player's head like this and try to like pull it in towards you, and it blocks some of the magma. Okay, now that's stopped. We could just do some. Now I'm hearing thunder outside. You can just do this, and technically you could ride the minecart a little bit without the tracks. Ooh, I'm hearing thunder outside. That thunder does not sound good. I'm gonna climb up here. Now, the person we saved earlier, we need to save him again from 2 moblins. Which I can see Rudania just over there, the giant lizard. Okay, now we need to fight the 2 moblins that are attacking him, which we can just use our fire arrows. If you shoot him in the head, it does more damage. These ones are fireproof, so you have to be careful of them. Which this one drops a pretty good weapon, actually, known as the drill shaft. Egasicle. Go. Time to do a flurry rush on him. Which is doing barely anything to this enemy. Here we go. Got him. Their stuff does burn, so you have to be careful. Just throw that at him. Well, the power went out in real life, but then it came back on, so that's good. I just left the game paused while it was happening. This is crazy. We're just gonna keep fighting off this enemy. I just realized something. I'm going to need to turn off my lantern. I have it on right now. Okay, now I did that. Now you're going to talk to him. I don't think he'll get the enemy drops. Here we go. Now I'm just going to talk to him. I'm going to skip through it. Okay, he's going to get into the cannon. And I'm going to put a bomb in there. And then you just got to hit the switch once. Pretty sure it doesn't make the weapon take damage. And we're also going to hit this bridge. But like I say, using your weapon on it, I don't think it does any damage. You could angle him towards the lava, he'll fly into it, but then just come back randomly. I have to do a lot of editing on this video for sure. And the bridge comes down. The reason it was put up is because the boss Goron in the main village, basically he put it up so Rudania, that giant lizard, wouldn't come over here. But in this case we're going to start doing the fighting. We're going to start fighting it. This one's kind of like a stealthy mission actually. And if you do have the camera rune, you can actually take a picture of one of the guards that he'll spawn. They don't necessarily fight the player, but more like warn Rudania that the player is here. So as you can see, the wind effect, which is just put there to make it more dramatic. Well, now we're here, and this creature is going to spawn in its guardians, which are just kind of inside of it. So you're going to see these little, those 4 little circles on it, you're going to see those open up. And then all these guardians will come out. They don't fire lasers or anything at you, but they do have this little spotlight, which if the player gets in that spotlight, the creature will shake up the mountain, thus making those lava bombs fall on the player. I think the game refers to them as magma bombs, but still. Basically, he's gonna say tell him an idea of what to use to whistle or like anything like that. Like you have to tell him what signal should they use, like when to stop. Which the mind powers, which is the bottom, well the one on the bottom is a pretty funny option. But he'll get mad at you if you do say mind powers, as he says he's like, wait, Hylians have mind powers? And he's like, wait a minute, you're just lying. But now you can see his little icon on the map. Since I have my sound turned off, you can't hear it. But Link has a temporary new whistle animation. Well, not animation, but sound. This one, you can't really defeat it as there's not really anything next to it. But basically, you're just gonna kind of run into this cave. Okay, well, Yunobo's down here with us. Okay, now is our chance to run. Just remember to not get caught in the spotlights. This would be a good time to pull out some of your bigger weapons and stuff like that and use them on all these boulders and stuff. Here, you can just kind of push this boulder out of the way. Now, whistle for him to stay here and climb up this rock, which then will have all this stuff up here with an extra iron sledgehammer. Those golden ores tend to have better stuff like topaz and stuff like that. Here you're just going to want to roll one of these rocks onto this enemy, which will then defeat it. Oh no. This doesn't happen. Okay. Here you go, and when you whistle for him again, he'll start coming to the player. Which we're at the first cannon, 1 out of 3. The last 2 boss fights, the person assisting you, you'll have to like ride on top of them since they're in the water and in the sky. On this one, he mainly serves as a cannon since these cannons don't have any bullets. And the remote bombs just launch another bomb, stronger bomb that'll hit it. Well, once it's in position, there we go. Then you can fire it. Now he's just going to keep moving. Basically, we're going to continue to do this until we have defeated it. Okay. Here we're just going to want to kind of run past. Now, it's another spot where Revali's Gale comes in handy. That's why I made orders for these. Like, I had figured these out in like orders where you're going to need a specific ability. For the first one, you don't really need Revali's Gale like to do anything. But for this one, Revali's Gale comes in handy for like climbing up cliffs and stuff like that. Which then we can just pull out our Magnesis. We can grab this metal box and just gotta... Motion controls work really well for defeating the enemies here. Ooh, the box got away. I'm just gonna fly back to Yunobo. Oh, I forgot to mention this a minute ago, but you're going to make sure you whistle so he'll stop moving and stop following the player, which then he'll start following the player again once you whistle again. Now we're just going to be running out this way. Okay, here you're going to want to grab, not that sure what these metal pieces, they kind of look like a bridge, which is basically what we're going to be putting them as. Here you're going to want to pull it up and put it right there to block the spotlight. Here we go. Now that spotlight's blocked, you can just smash all these open, which I got a sapphire. I think his name is Yunobo, but the Goron that I'm with right now, the Gorons, they actually eat rocks, but they find gemstones and stuff like that. It's disgusting, so technically Gorons won't really want to eat gems. That's just a little fact about them. Okay, Here, if, you know, we can actually just skip this enemy. Just gotta load the cannon up. If you have the Majora's Mask, you don't really have to worry about it. Okay, so you know we're not gonna get into the cannon. No, he's just gonna shield himself. I'm just gonna swing my thing around. But I sent him flying in the air. He'll be pretty much invincible as long as he has his Daruk's protection ability. I disarmed him, which now I have his hammer. Which he's gonna get all crazy about it, then I'm gonna smack him away. There you go, that took a while, not gonna lie. If you go to Hyrule Castle early, you can get a lot of good gear and just kind of have yourself prepared. Well, time until I defeat this thing. Almost. Once again, we gotta get one more cannon. Okay, now that that's done. Now, this next part we can actually, we have some more combat to do. As you can see the wind coming up from those stones right there, you're gonna place down a remote bomb. Once it flies up, you're gonna detonate it. Basically, I'm just gonna do that until these guys are dead. Pretty sure you could just shoot them. Yeah, but it takes a while, so you gotta be careful. Okay, got rid of one of them, which actually drops stuff, but it's just kind of hard to see it. It's a bit hard to get the loot that these guys drop because it's just all flying in the air. As you can see, there's some ancient screws, which are just smashed with all the cobble crusher and some of the ores. The drill shaft item, the one we got at the start of this, where Yunobo was getting attacked by those two moblins, the drill shaft serves like a spear and also a sledgehammer. You're just going to want to kind of get him as close as you can to this area, then you're going to whistle to get him to stop doing whatever he's doing. You'll just kind of wait there. Okay. Once again, we're going to need to go up to there. But it's a bit hard to do that, so we just gotta kind of jump down here. It'd be a lot easier if I had Revali's Gale loaded, but it's not. I'm just gonna climb up here. And once you are up here, you can use some more metal boxes to defeat the rest of these guys. Won't really affect them if you hit them by their propellers and stuff like that. I think there's some more metal boxes here, but I just always bring this one with me. Oopsie. So I'll grab a secondary one. Slam it down on him. If I place this box down carefully over here. Pretty careful, not gonna lie. That was like the most careful I've ever been. No, I'm just kidding. That's fine. There are more boxes, so we can just grab those. Which you can use the boxes to crush the upcoming enemies that we'll be fighting. So I'm just gonna get him to come to you, and we're gonna grab one of those boxes, bring it down carefully, or maybe drop it. But you're gonna want to bring it with you basically. But I just accidentally dropped it right now. The game will say if he can't get to you, it'll just say that Yunobo can't reach your location. You could potentially, put it over here. No, no! Why? It's like the hardest thing. Okay, bring the box over. Hopefully not dropping it. Okay, yeah, finally. That was like the third attempt. Basically, you're just gonna use your motion controls to slam it down on them. Which, as you can see, oh no! Gotta Okay, I got rid of one of them. So we're going to have to get rid of the other one right now. Which you can just kind of kick him off the edge if you want to. Bye-bye. Huh, he survived. He's trying to jump up. Okay, this is actually hilarious. Yeah, those are his only attempts on trying to get back up. I think if Yunobo can't reach your location, he'll just kind of stay put until... Oh, no, never mind. He's following me. Here we go. Let's see here. Once again, arm the cannon. Let's see here. And... fire! Well, now he's going to be defeated, and then we can go inside of him. So I'm going to be skipping the cutscene. Basically, this one, once you go inside of it, you really can't turn away, so... It's going to get really dark, and... yeah. Can't really see in here. Basically, you want to have a torch equipped and grab this blue fire. You can just drop the torch and it'll stay like that. It'll stay put on the ground. Basically, just kind of want to clear this path out. Once all the malice has been cleared, these ones do drop chests, which in this case I can just smash the chest open. Get a Dragon Bone Bako Club. Which this torch allows us to see with the special blue fire. There's going to be an enemy on the next side of the store, so just be careful. I can see him right there. Right there, the donut-shaped malice, right there. That's one of those enemy mouths, except for some reason their teeth don't show. So you're just going to basically defeat these two eyes, which is the second one right there. Which will pretty much clear up all the malice here. Now we're going to grab this torch. Right there, there's actually a chest of a good bow, so we're just going to go into this real quickly. You can turn this off now, as that's like the last door pretty much. There's a pretty good bow in there. Well, I guess I'll get rid of this one. Bombs work as a smaller light actually, so you can just kind of use these. Now let's activate this terminal. Okay. Basically the controls are, we can make it either go sideways or regular. So we're just gonna jump up like this, get onto this terminal, and activate all 5 of them, which is the first one. Once you're done activating this one, just turn it aside. Right here, this malice actually, you can get 2 chests with some arrows inside of it. Okay, let's see here. Here, what you're going to want to do is get one of your arrows with the blue fire on it, then shoot at this. You can actually grab your arrow back. Use magnesis. Once that thing on the door burns, then you can go inside of it and activate the terminal. Moving it back. I said we're moving it back. Not that sure why it does that. Okay, right here, you can just use arrow and shoot it through there. But an alternative to save you an extra arrow is to... How's my stuff in the background? Okay. Here we go. You can just... there's a little glitch that you can do where you can just kind of crawl through here, which is actually a pretty funny glitch. You're going to want to turn this way. Borrow a little bit of fire from here. You could just do a fire arrow. Now make sure to stand clear because there's a metal box that'll just drop on your head if you're not careful. I'm gonna put that right there to block the fire. Turn it this way. We're gonna be climbing on this wall. Then just switch it back to normal. And we're gonna get this terminal. We have like 2 left. Man, this is already going by really quickly. Not gonna lie. To get out, you can just turn it to the side, like we've been doing. Which then you can crawl through the eye again. It's a little bit tricky to perform this glitch, but it's pretty easy to get. Well, it's slightly easy, but slightly hard at the same time. Basically, we're going to be climbing up here. Actually, I just realized we need something from down there. We need blue fire. So switch to the torch, because we're going to need some fire next. Hit this. Then switch this. Here we go. A fact about the blue fire in Breath of the Wild. Since your remote bombs are made out of Sheikah technology, same as the blue flame, you'll be able, if a remote bomb comes into contact with this one, like, the blue fire, it'll just explode immediately. You're basically going to be turning this way, and you're going to walk up here, which we're going to activate this thing, and it's going to make that go right there, which that little orb's going to fall into there. Right here. You're going to want to turn it to the side. Trying this for the first time. Oh, I actually got it. You can just use Revali skill to get up there and shoot it out. Oh no! Oh man. I could just shoot this right here. Kind of forgot how I did it, but basically you're just going to shoot that eye. It'll get rid of the mouth thing that's stuck on this terminal. Now we can activate it. Which I think there's like 1 more inside of it, which we're going to grab. Which that orb from earlier is going to kind of fall down this. And there's an enemy following me. Which actually angled it correctly. Oh no. Okay. I keep falling off. Okay, well, since I was kind of messing around up there, the ball will go right here. You just gotta pull this thing up, which then I'll spit it out in this room. And once it goes into the hole, it's gonna activate this door. Which I'm just checking my gear right now. I got some pretty good gear to fight the boss, but not really any ancient weapons, as there's not really any enemies in here. Okay, now we're just going to activate this. Now we have 1 final terminal, which is the one for the boss fight. Which I feel unprepared, but I'm going to do the boss fight anyway. I'm just going to start getting my most good gear. Just try to get the best gear that I have, which is pretty much it. I was thinking of doing a Hyrule Castle early guide, but I'm not that sure. Perhaps in the sequel, like, they'll allow the player to go to Hyrule Castle early. Maybe I could loot out Hyrule Castle, but of course not do the final boss. I know in Breath of the Wild you could literally just go straight to the final boss, like, these dungeons are pretty much optional, but make the game easier. Let's see, yes. Okay, everything seems right. Time to activate this. Well, now we're fighting Fireblight Ganon, which is one of the craziest ones. The ancient swords do a lot of damage. That's one of his powerful attacks where he shoots fire. Can't really get him in the sky. Here we go. Gonna keep firing at him. second phase, he gets this really powerful attack that can pretty much insta-kill a player. Here we go. It's gonna try to... Oh, that time it hit me. Touched his hair, but it didn't actually hit him. I can flurry rush him. Now he's on his halfway point. Which now his weapon can catch the ground on fire, and it does fire damage. He also gets this little force field. Now if y'all remember The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, one of those older Zelda games, there's this boss known as King Dodongo, which was this giant lizard that had that could pretty much breathe fireballs on you. Basically, he's gonna do what that thing would do and charge up his attack. So you're gonna throw a bomb into it, then blow him up. This powerful sword we get on Satori Mountain, you can just hold Y and start hitting him with it. In this case, it's doing a lot of damage. Is this which one is this? Yeah, here we go, I'm using the right hammer. He tends to stop going wherever he wants when you just hit him with something. Like a remote bomb. Here we go. He's almost defeated. This is a powerful attack that he has. Oh no! I just blew up my own shield. That didn't go so well. It's gonna send out more fire. But if you stand back enough, it won't be able to hit you. He's teleporting now. He's teleporting right here. And into the lava for him, sort of. They can all fly, so it's really easy. Okay. We're gonna come here and shoot him. Final hit. As usual, we're gonna get a heart container. And there's also gonna be a bunch of cutscenes, which I'll be skipping. Alright, well now we have Daruk's Protection, which works as a shield, where when you hold bottom left, your shield button, you'll get a nice force field, which can pretty much block any attack, including fall damage. Okay, now we have more cutscenes and rewards that I'll be skipping, which I can't actually get his weapon in my inventory. So I'm just gonna run onto the boss really quickly. Need to wrap up this video. Now you just gotta talk to him and get your reward. Alright, well now he's gonna give us Daruk's weapon, which does 60 attack damage, which is actually a lot powerfuler than the Master Sword. The Master Sword can be upgraded with the DLC, but in the regular game, without upgrading it, the Master Sword only does 30, so this one does double the Master Sword damage, depending if it hasn't been upgraded. This one's a really good weapon though, and I really recommend using it. Well anyways, that's gonna finish up this video, so please like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Goodbye.